All right. This time we're going to be joined by Abel Bubuli. The nice part is we're doing this from my office, so you guys are going to get to see me and then inception of me, where it's like here, here, here. And I feel like a game show host. So without further ado, Abel Bubuli, come on down.
Hi, my name is Abel Bubuli. I'm from Philippines. And
what town in the Philippines? It's got like four L's in that thing, and then you're like, no. It's like a lowercase L with two Q's and an R in there. What's the name of the original town here?
The original hometown is Iligan City.
Iligan.
Yep, that's known for City of Waterfalls. There's a lot of waterfalls. There's like 20 waterfalls.
So let me get this straight. You move. Okay, I'll switch back to you. You move from a town where there's a lot of waterfalls to a town where there's another waterfall, Sioux Falls. All right, nice. So in other words, that's a requirement of Abel Bubuli. There must be a waterfall within 20 miles. All right. Okay, so how'd you get into this fighting thing?
Well, first I was growing up watching Manny Pacquiao and his well-known boxing. Professional boxers, and I was just growing up watching him, and he's very inspiring and for the Philippines and what he does to people. So I kind of want to do the same thing but with mixed martial arts, and I got into mixed martial arts watching Anderson Silva fighting Chael Sonnen, how he overcome.
That makes me feel old.
How he overcome the adversity of like getting beat for the first 4 rounds or almost 5 rounds, and he pulled off a triangle choke. And since then I've always wanted to curious about MMA and like how in very little amount of time you can win. So even if you're losing, you still have a chance to win. So it kind of like comparison to life, like no matter where you're at, you can still, get back up and, have another chance to win.
Yeah, so 1 minute you can be homeless, the next minute you can be a millionaire. That reminds me of, there's a guy from Fargo, why can I not think of his name right now? Pablo Garza. Him and Pat Barry was had negative $20 in his checking account, and then he won 2 fight of the night bonuses in the same night. So it was like he had went from negative 20 to $120,000 in his bank account the next day. So that was, or probably not the next day. Probably had to clear that a little bit. Had to be like, wait a minute, Pat Barry, where's all this money coming from? Let's go ahead and check this for drugs. All right. Apparently he's a fighter. We'll let him have it. And then, but Pablo Garza was the same way. I think he was I could be completely off with this, but I want to say he was a dishwasher up in Fargo, and then all of a sudden, same thing. He got 2 fight of the night bonuses for beating this guy, and was $100,000 the next week or month or whatever. So kind of cool. So yeah, just changing lives like that. So in other words, you're like that would be nice to happen to you. You'd take the $100,000? Oh, yeah. All day. Don't be telling your current employer that. Strip that out. Don't let them know. So if your manager, but anyways, talk to me a little bit. You've recently had a kiddo as well. You and I had a kid pretty much 2 months apart. So, but yours is running around like a crazy kid, and mine's still just sitting there laying, which is cool. I'm happy with that. I like my kid. You like your kid?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's been it's been a up and down kind of 2 years here, but she just keeps me on my toes. She's always happy, having fun. Every time I come home from training, she sees my face and lights up. That's the best part of my day, basically. And I love my girlfriend too. She's always there to support me and help me get into the gym and train and stuff like that, and watch my little baby girl, which is cool. It makes it easier for me to train and get here.
Yeah, that's the craziest part is it's, I made fun of you too when your kid was first born, and then you were coming in and training, and it was you just looked like a zombie. You're just oh, and I was like, what's wrong with this guy? And then when I had my kid, and I was like, oh, I understand his pain now. So, but So little Lindley, right?
Little Lindley Faye, yeah, she's amazing. Yeah, it's awesome. 9 months already walking, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Loves to dance.
Loves to dance, just like the papa. Yeah, you. If you ever get a chance to come down to Next Edge Academy, and Abel Bubuli's here, pretty much with any music playing, he's probably going to be shaking the booty a little bit. I'm just saying, folks. So talk to me a little bit about this fight upcoming. This is going to be your first time fighting in Sioux Falls, right?
Yep, yeah, it is. I'm gonna be. It's super exciting. A lot of my family is gonna come watch me fight here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and I'm super excited to showcase what I've been working hard for and all that good stuff. So it'll show in the fight day.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
For me, the biggest one, like you, that's not gonna work. You, like you have a very crazy striking style that I get on you about all the time. I'm like, hey, you like fix this up a little bit, but you have a really flashy fighting style. So I hope that ends up showing up during the fight, just because it's a really cool style to see. I think it's very fan friendly as well. So. Where does this come from? The Dominic Cruz, or just a little bit of everybody?
A little bit of everybody, kind of like a mixture of a little bit of Anderson Silva, Dominic Cruz, and kind of like the up-and-coming guys too, like Cody Garbrandt, TJ Dillashaw, and
you don't say that name, sir. That name is now.
Sorry, but
Start checking you for EPO now. EPO and up. Look at those guns. Look like those guns are looking like maybe you're doing a little bit of that EPO. So just
chicken and rice. My girlfriend cooked me some bomb ass food. So
yeah. All right. So let's see, what else do we have here. I think that like you've got 8 people that are going to be fighting on the card with yours. I should say 6 now. We've had one guy that dropped out. Jeff's fight didn't end up happening. So, is that any more fun for you? I think fighting with all those guys on the card.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun having all those teammates around me with good environments, same mindset, and just go out there and have fun with every one of them, because they've been putting a lot of work in the gym, and they pushes me to get better as well daily. And like when I feel like I'm slacking off, they're there and I see them like working hard. It makes me feel bad about myself, so I try to kind of push myself and work hard as well. So it's a good time.
So the shame is basically what you're looking at. As somebody else is working harder, it's you feel shame, so then you just work hard. Okay, I get that's I guess a motivator. Maybe not the best one, but it'll work. And then anybody else you'd like to thank? Sponsors, friends, family, Dunkin' Donuts guy, whoever you're looking for here.
I like to thank big shout out to all my sponsors and the team, my teammates, HD Detailings, Team How, Big Sioux Construction, Big Ridge, Breaking Burrito. Who else am I missing?
Cellular Alma. Yep, and then Ben 201, I think. So yeah. If you guys get the chance, by the way, we're gonna attempt to have an after party at this Ben 201. I've worked there every once in a while as far as security. It's a beautiful place. We picked that place not only because I've worked there a little bit as security, but on the other end, it's classy. It's classy, and we deserve a classy place. Is what I'm saying. Someplace, no rowdy people. So some place where you can take your grandma with, and she can have a nice little Chardonnay or something. Exactly.
So, I also want to thank you. Thanks my teammates for getting me ready for this fight, and I'm more confident than ever. And I want to thank you, my coach Bruce Hoyer, with me, and
make you tear up on camera.
And I appreciate my people around me, and helping me prepare for this fight and mentally prepared. I love this lifestyle.
It's weird because, like I said, the gym, like everybody thinks about it so weird where they're like, oh, you guys just go and beat the crap out of each other. But it's weird because like you break each other down and then you're just left there in like a crying heap, and then like somebody's eventually got to pick up and be like, hey, you want to be friends? So that usually ends up being the way though, because you guys like everybody. It's really tough when like I think anyways when we're done with this interview, but now we're gonna add this on there where it's like. I think a lot of people don't realize when you get beat, especially as a guy, and I don't know, I can't speak for a female on this, but like when you get beat as a guy, like it's very like guttural of like, oh man, like in that situation, like I couldn't defend myself against that person, and like it freaks you out a little bit, and so it's like that like hits like a lot of times guys have like this feeling of like, oh, I'd be able to take that guy, but then like when that happens, you're like, oh, nope, I couldn't in fact take that guy. So it's like it's scary, and so like there's a lot of that fear sometimes that it's nice to have a team that kind of helps wrap around that.
Right. So. Yes. It's definitely. I'm so blessful for like all the teammates that I have with different types of backgrounds and styles and stuff like that. So it's like it's pretty cool. Like there's a wrestlers, there's a striker, and all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty awesome to be able to like kind of widen my game up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So whenever you have somebody that's like, okay, you're going against a wrestler or you're going against a striker or whatever, you can have those things available to you. So awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming on today, and we got through it. I mean, this is probably the toughest spot for most of these guys here. Just so you guys know, these interviews are that they would probably fight 5 times before they had to do an interview. It's like dragging them in here and making them do it. So, all right, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.